Hi guys, you are listening to the 20 something and trying podcast. I am your host, Laura Jaye. Thank you so much for listening. She's back! Hi guys, it has been way too freaking long. I know, so ago I went to Japan. It was honestly one of the best trips I've ever been on in my entire life, and I'm gutted to be home, but I feel inspired. I feel the trip came at the best time ever because I was honestly on death's door. Like, I mentally, she was going downhill real quick, and that trip has just cleared me. I feel fresh. I just feel like I have a new zest for life. Okay, maybe that's actually pushing the boat out a bit. Maybe I wouldn't go that far, but I just feel so much better. And the holiday was so much fun. It was 3 weeks long, which is just insane that we got to go to Japan for 3 weeks. Can't bloody believe it. And yeah, I just had the best time. I've missed you so much. I've missed talking. I've had so many thoughts up here and just nowhere to get them all out. So I'm so freaking happy to be back. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. So, settle in, guys, grab a drink because I want a yapping episode. We have a little trip can with us today, not sponsored, but she fits the little pink theme, and yeah. She fits the little pink theme, and if you haven't tried these are freaking phenomenal. Am I good at ASMR? Shall I start whispering? So today we're going to be talking about all the things that I wish I knew in high school, and there's a lot because your girl was dumb as hell. No, I'm joking. Well, I'm not, but no, I kind of am. I was a little bit smart, but not that smart. And these aren't just things I wish I knew in high school. Maybe like just things I wish that I knew earlier on than I did. I feel like this could, link to college, link to uni, link to a little bit later in life. But ultimately, if I could go back and have a conversation with my 16-year-old self, these are the things I would say. Okay, so the first thing, and if I could go back and shake my shoulders and drill anything into my head, it would be to get a damn backbone. And I mean this in all senses, every single relationship. Get a damn backbone. Just because you are a kid, just because you're in school, just because you are younger, that does not mean that you cannot have opinions and that you can't be loud and bossy and outgoing and confident. And if you are a woman, you are going to get told that you are bossy and pushy and all of these negative things anyway. So just be it. For me, I'm such an opinionated person. Anyone that knows me knows I can't shut up to a fault. Sometimes I am just know your audience and shut up. So there is occasional times where it comes to a fault with me, and I do just think, come on, you don't have to have an opinion on anything, everything. But in high school, I didn't have an opinion on anything. I would go with the crowd. I would do whatever I thought the masses wanted, do whatever I thought would make people like me the most, and just get a damn backbone. Say the opinion. And I mean, have a backbone with everything. I mean it with your friendships. I mean it with boys. I mean it with some teachers, respectfully. In a similar vein, my next point is it is a flex to be smart. It is such a flex to be smart. And I think that the times are kind of changing with this, from the likes of characters like Hermione Granger, and now there'll be a new series with her, and smart, really intellectual characters that are also really nice and really brave and really cool. Whereas I feel like growing up, we had Miley Stewart and Alex Russo from Wizards and things like that, where the character was really cool, but they hated school and they hated learning and they didn't really do very well in school. And it got kind of presented to us that being not good at school was almost better. And you have the school pressures, especially from year 10 and 11. That's obviously different. Internally, the school pressure is freaking crazy. Another point, actually, your grades do not matter. Your grades absolutely do not matter. I promise you, do not stress. Do not make yourself sick. Do not live your teen years away revising, because it really doesn't matter. As long as you do well enough to pass and get into like a uni you want to go to, or even if you don't, things will work out. I absolutely promise you. And I'm not saying that school isn't important and that you shouldn't care, but just do not make yourself sick over it. But that being said, being smart is so freaking cool. It is such a flex to ask questions, to be able to put your hand up and always ask more, always be wanting to learn more. And, you know, even like as silly as it sounds, I was so embarrassed to read books. I could not have like form time and things like that. There'd be so many times where I'd be like, I just want to finish the book that I'm reading at home. Like, I've got a little bit of quiet time. Like, I just want to read. I just want to whatever. And I just couldn't do it. Or like, I used to avidly read fan fiction, One Direction fan fictions, and I just couldn't tell anyone about it. I was so mortified, and that's just so silly. That is just so silly. Like, if I could go back to school now, I wouldn't. But if I could go back to school now, I would pay so much attention to all of my lessons and take as many notes as possible and just really, really try to learn, especially languages. I guarantee you're going to hit your 20s and go, let me download Duolingo. I want to learn another language. Like that's going to be my New Year's resolution, to learn another language. And it is so much harder as an adult. It is so much harder. If I could go back and just pay attention to all of these things, I really, 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 really would. And it's not that you need it. I want to make that clear. Like, this should be, because, you know, like, just being smart is exciting. Being smart is a flex. Knowing things and being intelligent and having emotional intelligence and all of these things, they're just so important. They're so attractive. They're going to help you so much more in life than looking cool and not paying attention. And if you just generally struggle in school and you struggle to pay attention, like, that is a whole different story. I'm saying it from a place where I was so embarrassed to look like I cared about school and so embarrassed to like, I remember saying all the time, and I'm so certain that at least 50% of the class done this, but I would always be like, I didn't revise. My hair was falling out because I was revising so hard and I was making myself sick. Like, if I can insert pictures on the screen of what I looked like, if you're watching on YouTube, of what I looked like during GCSEs, I'm pale, gangly, I'm grey in the face, and my hair is falling out. I was in absolute bits and pieces, but I would still be like, I didn't really revise, or like, I looked over a few flashcards. My room was covered in flashcards. Like, I was just flat out lying because I was like, I don't want to look like I care. I'm so embarrassed to look like I care. Okay, the next one is being a girl's girl is so important, and thankfully, I think I had this one like 70% on lock. I was a pretty good with being a girl's girl, but, you know, we all have our flaws, and mine were definitely at the start of high school. I was a raging pick me. So, you know, we're talking about the end of high school here, where I kind of got it together a little bit. But one of literally like my closest friends ever now, like, we were at each other's throats in high school over boys. And, you know, when you just think like, that is so stupid, and you're gonna look back and be like, these boys genuinely mean nothing. And like, I don't mean that with any disrespect to, like, well, some disrespect to quite a lot of them boys, but like, I'm not saying it as just like a horrible little like dig online or anything. I just mean that, like, anyone that isn't in your close inner circle, that you might take a couple of friends with you from high school, anyone else, whether they were popular, whether they were nerdy, whether they were sporty, whether they were like one of the drama kids, like, nobody else matters. Like, you will forget about everyone after high school, and just do not center yourself around boys. Don't be the girl in the toxic on and off relationship that no one knows if they're together. Like, do not make your entire high school life about a boy. Don't make it so that you like look back on school years and your school years are determined by what you and this boyfriend were doing and how you were fighting and anything like that. Just be with your girls and have fun. Like, that is just what high school is about. And, you know, if if a boy makes a pass at you, like, always tell the girlfriend and always keep them in the loop. At that age, not all girls are going to have the emotional maturity to understand that sometimes, like, you are in the right and you are doing the right thing by letting them know, and they might be fuming at you, but, like, just be the girl's girl. Always think with the girls in mind. Like, they are your people. Your girls are your people. The girls are the only other people that are going to know, like, how it feels to be a girl in high school, and just looking out for each other is just ridiculously important. Just look out for your girls. Always have your girls in mind. Whilst being a girl's girl is so important, equally, like, that doesn't mean letting a girl be rude to you, letting a girl, like, being loyal to women doesn't mean that you have to let women disrespect you, let other girls bully you and be horrible. Like, you are allowed to stand up for yourself, and you're allowed to say, like, no, this upset me, and no, this doesn't make me feel comfortable. And you're also allowed to tell people to fuck off. If I could go back and do anything at all, it would be to tell more people to fuck off. Like, some people just need to fuck off. You don't need to let, just because being a girl's girl is important, and it is so important, you don't need to withstand disrespect and anything like that from other girls. And girls are silly in high school. We've all been there. We've all made poor decisions, and decisions are warped by, like, teenage hormones, and probably been horrible to people, and probably been unkind, or picked on somebody, or tried to do something to fit in, or tried to do something to get a boy to like us. Like, any of those things, we've probably all done it at least once. Like, it just happens when you are a silly teenage girl that doesn't have her brain fully developed yet. But just do not let someone pick on you. Like, don't let somebody just be horrible to you just because you want to be a girl's girl. So the next thing, and this is actually, again, such an important one, but just care less what people think. And I don't want this to come off in a weird way, but, like, don't be afraid to be bullied. Like, have hobbies, and if you want to be part of a theatre club, if you want to be part of a maths group, if you want to read and be part of a book club, if you want to get on stage and sing, if you want to join the sports teams, if you want to join the swim team, just freaking do it. Like, absolutely just do it. I promise you, these people, you won't think twice about them after you left high school. And you might get to experience, like, standing on a stage. You might get to experience, like, singing on a stage and singing in front of an audience. And, like, you get the opportunity here to, like, nurture and, like, find different talents and hobbies and become really good at things and do all of these amazing things that I just did not do because I was so unbelievably afraid of being bullied. And there was so many things where, like, we held a school production of Grease, and I so badly wanted to be a part of it and just wasn't. And I just think, like, what a silly thing to miss out on, because you miss out on all of those memories, not only of being on stage and nurturing your talent and your hobby and, you know, growing confidence and things like that, but you miss out on all of those memories of backstage and rehearsing after school and, like, making friends from different year groups and things like that. And I just think, like, what a waste, and all of that because I just didn't want 4 boys that now no one remembers to laugh at me. Like, you know what I mean? The next thing, kind of similar to what we've already spoken about, but, like, begging for friendship is a big fat waste of time. If you need to change your morals, change how you act around people, or, like, just beg them in any capacity to stay your friend, you don't need them. It's not worth it. I promise you, it is not worth it. You will find so much better friends. You will find people that just love you for you. And yeah, you don't need to beg anybody that just loves you to stay around or to have your back or to stick up for you in a room that, like, you're not in. Anything like that. Like, don't worry about it. They can be the coolest, most amazing, funniest, best, most nurturing friend. But, like, if they're just not good to you, if you are, like, begging for their friendship or changing how you are to cater to somebody else's friendship, just leave it, girl. Just leave it. The next thing, and again, this is something that I still struggle with way into my 20s. I'm 23. I'm still so young. But something that I still struggle with, but really, really, really detrimentally struggled with in high school, is your body is not everything. Your body is going to change another 12 times over the rest of your life. Your body is going to fluctuate. It's going to change through puberty. That is how high school works, unfortunately. Some people are going to wake up with huge fucking boobs. Some people are never going to get there. That is just how high school works. Everybody has different boobs. Everyone has different bodies. Everyone feels uncomfortable, okay? Whether you have it, whether you don't have it, whether you're curvier, whether you're skinny, like everyone in their own respect is dealing with their own insecurities, especially in high school of all places. So just do not stress about it. It's gonna change. Everything's gonna come in and out of fashion a million times in your lifetime, and just do not stress about it. It's the last thing anyone is thinking about. They're probably gonna say it, they're probably gonna be horrible about it because they have nothing else to say. Most people just aren't smart enough to think of anything else to say or anything else to do. Like, I promise you, how you look is just the least important thing about you. And again, like, this is probably not the most comforting thing to say, but everyone's going to get bullied about something. And for me, mine in particular was my skin. I got called Rocky Road for so many years, which arguably, I'll give it to them, it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny. It's a bit more original. I'd never got hit with like a pepperoni pizza face. Like, I was always Rocky Road. It was pretty original. You know, I'll give it to them. It's pretty funny. But if it wasn't that, it would have been something else. It would have been my hair or my eyebrows or my eye colour or having thin lips or having big lips or having small teeth or having big teeth, or like, high school kids are always looking for something to make fun of somebody for. And unfortunately, that's just the way it goes in high school. And I think just not caring about it. Like, if it's your skin, your skin's gonna clear up. If it's your hair's gonna grow. You're gonna straighten it, you're gonna curl it, you're gonna do all these things. Like, it's absolutely fine. Just be kind to yourself, learn to love it, laugh along with it. Just do not take it to heart. And I know that it's so much easier said than done, but like, I ruined my life over my skin in high school because I had been so bullied about it when I was so young that, like, mine got worse with age. Like, mine did not clear up with age until about 2 years ago. Like, from 16 to 21, it was the worst acne I'd ever experienced. It was so bad, and I ruined myself over it. Like, I absolutely felt devastated over it all the time, and I just wish I could go back and be like, just have fun. Do not care about it. If it wasn't your skin, it'd be something else. It'd be something else. If it wasn't this, it'd be something else. Like, just have fun. It's nothing, okay? Just wipe it off, rub it off. Like, it's nothing. And it's so much easier said than done when people are picking on those things day in, day out. And I promise you, I know how it feels. But just try your very best not to beat yourself up over it, not to feel terrible about yourself because of what these silly boys and girls and like people that are just insecure and upsetting themselves are saying. People that are just looking for a laugh because they have nothing else, no other redeeming personality traits. They're just looking for an easy laugh at your expense. Like, these people are so silly. I feel like you know that. So just please don't ruin your life over a silly little insult that silly 12-year-old boy gives you, please. So the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is just make fun of yourself. Like, learn to laugh at yourself. Nothing is that serious. And when I got to year 10, I feel like my first 3 years of high school were honestly, like, looking back at them puts me into fight or flight. Like, it makes me so emotional. They were so horrible and turbulent, and all of it comes down to me just caring so much what everyone thought of me. I was terrified to do anything ever because I was so scared of being bullied. And then guess what? I got bullied anyway. I just regret spending so much time being so freaking scared of everything. And then I got into year 10 and I found like my best friends. It was just 4 girls. All we done all day was take the piss out of ourselves. We'd put on costumes, we'd film music videos, we would run around the school after school, going into all these silly places, doing silly little photo shoots. People would walk past us and we'd be like drawing moustaches on ourselves and like turning ourselves into men every weekend, like dressing up as boys and making music videos as boys, making rap videos as boys. We had these insane crushes on these boys like 3 years older than us that we just like, looking back, we knew nothing about them. Like we didn't actually like them, but they were just someone to kind of like aim all this silly, fun, like girly energy at, and we'd play all these dares on them. We would give each other like the list of most obscene dares of like, go up to that one and like ask to hold his hand, or like just the most obscene things, and we would then do them and we'd get so embarrassed and we'd laugh and we'd laugh and we'd laugh. Like it was just so much fun. Like we were the epitome of Angus thongs and perfect snogging. Like them girls being so silly about the boys and giggling, like following them around like tee like that was just us, and it was so much fun. It was so fun. Like everyone else was off like smoking, doing like drinking at parties, and we were just being absolute idiots, like making music videos. And like it just was like this weight lifted off my shoulder to realize that I didn't care anymore, and I'd spent the past 3 years of high school caring so much what anyone thought of me. And then I got to year 10, stopped caring, and probably made the most friends I ever had. Like I became friends with so many more of the boys and so many more of the girls that like I just never saw eye to eye with year 7 to 9, because I was so obsessed with, you know, looking cool and being cool and like not offending anyone and not upsetting anyone. And then I just got to year 10 and was like, I don't care, like I just want to laugh, like, I just want to have a giggle. And I did, and then I became friends with everyone because I was like, wow, like this is so much easier when I'm not overthinking every interaction. And when you bully me, I don't care. Like I literally am just like, oh whatever, like I don't care about you, so this is funny for me as well, whatever. Like it just became so much easier, and high school as a whole became so much easier. And I'm not saying that like a huge part of that is down to finding my friends, and I'm still friends with all of them girls now and love them to absolute pieces, and they are like my best friends in the entire world. It's like, I'm not saying that isn't down to that, because if you don't have or don't find that core group of like girlfriends in school is so freaking hard, and I know that firsthand from the first 3 years of school. But oh my god, if you get lucky enough just to find friends that you can just be so silly with, just do it. Just do it. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. If you're in high school, you will survive, okay? You'll be absolutely fine. Please just have so much fun. Do not stress. And I love you. And if you need to talk to anyone, I'm always here. So thank you so much for listening, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day.